So today's video is about volume of a triangular prism. So when we're looking at volume, we're looking at how much you can fill into a triangular prism. So a triangular prism is any shape which has a base of a triangle. So again, it can be any shape as long as the base is a triangle. Now it doesn't matter if your triangle is facing this way, where right now when you look at this you think, oh, the base is whatever it's sitting on. No, a triangle prism would be the base would be the triangle itself. So the triangle could be sitting this way, the triangular prism can be sitting that way, or the triangular prism can be sitting in an upright position, similar to that. So it doesn't matter if the triangular prism is sitting in this direction or this direction, the base is always the triangle. So the base of a triangle, of a triangular prism, are the surfaces that are triangles. The triangle surface is the important part. So solving for volume of a triangular prism. The formula that you need to know is that volume equals area of the base multiplied by its height. So all you have to do is solve for the area and then multiply it by the height. Okay? And so you need to remember the formula for the area of a triangle, because the area of a triangle formula, so the formula for volume again is area of the base times the height, and we know that the area of the base is going to be the area of a triangle. And so to find the area of a triangle, we know the formula of an area of a triangle is area of a triangle equals base times height divided by 2. So when we put that into our formula here, volume equals base times height divided by 2 multiplied by the height of the object. Okay, so it's whatever the base times height of this shape is. First you solve for that, then you go ahead and you multiply it by the volume. So again, just as a recap to give you the idea of what we're looking at here. So if this is my triangle, right, my height of my triangle when solving for area is going to be the right angle within the triangle. This would be my base of that triangle, so base times height, and then this would be my length right over here. Okay, so that again is looking at the shape, and always remember that for triangular prism, for the volume, we're always calculating the base of the triangle part. Okay, so for triangular prism, we're always looking at the triangle. Now, the other thing you need to remember when we're looking at volume is looked at in liters. So because volume is in liters, we need to know that 1,000 centimeters cubed is equivalent to 1 liter. So this is the conversion that you're going to use. So when you end up with your solution in centimeters cubed, you have to convert it to liters, because we're looking at it if we're looking at a fluid, we're looking at how many liters does it fill, how much does it fill, and that's done in this format. So you have to actually switch your number from centimeters cubed to liters. Okay, so let's get started with our first question now. So here's our question. We're solving for volume. So here's our shape, and we've been given all the information that we need. So we're going to look at it. We're going to say, let's try to solve this. So what you always do is you write down what you know. You know the height of your base is 40 centimeters. You know your base is 60 centimeters. And you know that your length is 120 centimeters. So once I've written down all the information I know the formula for volume. So volume equals, again, the area of the base times height divided by 2, multiplied by my length of my shape. So I start inputting my information. My base is 60 times my height divided by 2. Oops, sorry. And we wouldn't write height. We'd actually just put a number in here. And our height in this case is 40, multiplied by my length, which is 120. Okay, so we keep going here. And so 60 times 40 is 2,400 divided by 2, multiplied by 120. And so I go ahead and I divide that by 2, and that equals 1 1,200 multiplied by 120. And that equals, sorry, I'm going to have to kind of go off on the side here. That equals centimeters cubed. And now, because I said we have to convert it to liters, remember that 1,000 centimeters cubed equals 1 liter. So we go ahead and we did our conversion. And so 1 would equal 144 liters. Okay, so there you go. That's the first one. I've done it for you. I've gone through it with you. I want you to go over it and make sure you've understood it. Okay, the next one you're going to try on your own. So let's go to the next one. So here's your next question, and this time I'm not going to do it with you. I'm going to let you start on your own. So there's the measurements that I've given you. I want you to try it. I want you to pause the video and then come back when you're ready. So go ahead and pause. Okay, welcome back. Now let's actually go through this and see if we can actually figure this out. So, like I did last time, I'm going to write down all my information first. So, my height here given to me is 7.8 centimeters. My base given to me, and it's right over here. So, it's not written here, it's written right here. And you know that that's the same amount up there and down there. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to write that in, and that's going to be 15.2 centimeters. And my height, which I got from right over here, is going to be 7 centimeters. So I have all the numbers that I need, and I'm going to go ahead and write the formula now. So I'm going to start on the side. So volume equals, again, base times height divided by 2 multiplied by my length, which equals, again, in this case, my base is 15.2 multiplied by 7.8 divided by 2 multiplied by my length, or sorry, in this case I should have put a length here, not an H. There we go. Multiply my length of 7. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the math now. So when I multiply 15.2 by 7.8, I end up with 118.56, and then, 56, and then we divide that by 2, multiply by that 7, and then again we're going to keep going, and I'm just going to move up here because I've run out of space. You're going to keep working down your page, and so you'll keep going the same way. And when I divide that by 2, I end up with 59.28 multiplied by 7, and that equals 414.96 centimeters cubed. And remember, we said that we do want to convert it to liters. We're trying to see how much it is, and we know that 1,000 centimeters cubed equals 1 liter, and we have 414.96 centimeters cubed equals, an X amount of liters. And I know that I showed you in the last video about cross multiplying, so you go ahead and you multiply those two, and when you multiply 1,000 by X, you end up with 1,000X. I think I'm going to run out of space here, but I'm going to try to put it in. 1,000X equals, and again, 114.96 multiplied by 1 is going to equal 114.96, and then to get this X on its own, we have to divide this by 1,000, and the same thing on this side. And so when we divide this by 1,000, we end up with the value of X being 0.41496 liters. Okay, so that's our solution for that one. Make sure you've understood it. Again, try it out yourself, and then make sure you've got it. So our next one is a word problem, and again, a word problem is not that difficult as long as you know what you're solving for. So the word problem says the volume of a triangular prism is 30 centimeters. Oh, so that should be cubed. So that's my mistake down there. That should not be. So the change I want to make, and again, this is my mistake right here, and so this should be volume should be cubed, and I don't know how I typed that in, but then volume should be cubed. Okay, each triangular face has an area of 4 centimeters squared. How long is a prism? So again, you know the formula. They've given you some of the information, they've taken away some of it. So what you do first is you say, what do I know? Volume equals 30 centimeters cubed. And again, if you want to do this on your own first, go ahead and try it. Or if you want to go through it with me, then go ahead and with me. So pause it if you're going to go through it on your own and then check your work, or go ahead and try it as I go along with you. Okay, and then we know the area of, it says area of the faces has, each triangular face has an area. So they've given the area of only one face, so we know that that's what we're going to use. So area of our triangle equals 4 centimeters squared, and the thing that's missing is our length in this case. So our length is not given to us. Okay, so that's our x value that we're solving for. So we put in our volume, our formula. Volume equals, again, base times height divided by 2 multiplied by our length. We know that in this case, this number has been given to us. It's already been solved, so we're going to input it in. We have this one, so we're going to input it in. This is the one that we don't know. Okay, so this is the one that we're solving for. So we're going to input what we know in. We're going to write our 30 here, and we're going to write in our 4 multiplied by L. Again, now you do algebra. So you know that algebraically, I need to get the L on its own. How am I going to get the L on its own? I have to get rid of this 4. What is the opposite of multiplication? The opposite of multiplication is division. So I divide this side by 4. Whatever I do to my right side, I have to do to my left side. So when I do 30 divided by 4, I end up with 7.5 equals, and again, 4 divided by 4 would divide into itself and be a 1, and I'm left with L. So I know now my length of my shape is 7.5. 7.5 what? And we look at what our units were. Our units are in centimeters, so therefore my length equals 7.5 centimeters. Okay, so again, go through it if you need to again. Make sure you've understood it, and then the next one you're going to try completely on. So here's your next shape, and in this case, again, they gave you a triangular prism can hold 2 liters of water. The area of one of the bases is 250 centimeters squared. What is the height? Again, you're solving for the same thing. You're solving for the length, the height of the prism. What they haven't given you, again, in this case, is they've given you how much liquid it can hold in liters. So remember that conversion that I gave you. This is the only hint that I'm going to give you. So you know that 1,000 centimeters cubed equals 1 liter. So now use this to convert that number into centimeters cubed, and so that then you'll have your volume. Okay, so once you convert this, you're going to have your volume. You also are given the area of one of the bases, so you're given the area of your triangle. Okay, the only thing you were not given is your length, and that's your question mark. So again, use the previous video, try to solve this one. Make sure you have this done for homework. Make sure you've taken all your notes, and make sure that you understand the concept, and come back to class tomorrow with all that information.